Here's a how-to video on loading prescriptions into a John Deere Gen 4 display, brought to you by Agtegra Cooperative. So first thing you can do is power up the display, and there'll be a USB port off on your right hand side, kind of by where your elbow is. It'll be this top USB port right here. So we'll just take that, stick our USB with our prescriptions into there, and then our screen, back to our screen, will pop up exactly what we would want to do. So we're importing data this time. So we have our prescriptions in an RX, that's capital R, little x folder, and then the shape files in that onto our USB. We'll hit next. We'll hit our Gen 4 data, and we'll hit next again. It's going to search, and there it brings up our prescriptions. In this example, we have 3 prescriptions. We're going to hit import, so we'll import all 3 of those. Import was successful. I'm just going to hit OK and remove the drive out of that USB port. So then we can close out of this screen, go to our main menu screen down here in the bottom corner, go over to applications, scroll down to the bottom, and we'll find our work setup button. So we'll hit that. We've got our crop, we've got our variety. We need to change this from controller rate to our prescription rate. So here are the 3 prescriptions we pulled up. We'll just use this one to start off with. Hit OK. It's converting our prescription, and you'll get a preview map. Hopefully that shows up nice on the camera of our different rates. Right away we can set up our look ahead speed. Right now we're at 2 seconds, generally running 2 to 4 seconds depending on planting speed. So the look ahead is the time it takes from the GPS globe to get to the planter rows to change the rate. So if you're planting faster, 4 seconds gives it a little more time to catch up to the rate change. A little slower to average speed, 2-3 seconds will be sufficient. We'll leave our multiplier at 100%, and if you change that, it will show you down here the rates that are going to be changed. We'll go into this screen. We'll pick our rate column, which is named our variety. In this instance, it could be target seeding, it could be a number of things, and it gives you an example, 34,000, just so we know we're selecting our right column on our shapefile. Units are in seeds per acre. No GPS rate, so if you lost GPS while planting, you can either maintain the last rate or you can manually type in a seeding rate. Right now we have 32,000 seeds. You can type that in as whatever you would like. A lot of guys generally use the or the prescription average. So in this case, we'll just put 30,000 in. We'll scroll down, out of zone rate. So this is another very important setting we want to make sure we get correct. So we'll hit that, and what the out of zone rate is if your prescription doesn't match up to the border exactly. If we left this at 0, the planter would shut off on those rows. So what we want to do is we want to make sure if we do go outside our border, we're planting something. Again, generally the good rule of thumb is just to use the field average. So we'll use 30,000 just for this example, and then we'll hit OK. So then we've got our screen. Hopefully with all of our new settings. Hopefully you can see our prescription there. And we can hit save. So now that one's ready to go. So now we have our boxes filled in, the crop we're planting, corn. We've got our variety, which can be changed just by clicking this box and then clicking that. Add new variety if you want. We already have the one we want in there, so I'm just going to leave that as okay. Okay. Our target rate is using our prescription, and that's our prescription name. So we're good there, so we can hit OK. We can close out of the menu. We'll go down here to Seed Star just to make sure. And we see down here, this is important. So we've got 6 different rates here. Rate number 6 is being controlled by our prescription. So you want to make sure when you get to the field that you're planting and you have your prescription in there, that rate 6 is turned on. You've got prescription, and then you have the name of your prescription in there. And once all these steps are complete, you're ready to begin planting out in the field. This monitor makes it very easy to change prescriptions. Say this was the field we were working on and we just finished planting it, and we're moving to our next field where we have a seeding prescription. We can just hit the yellow arrow. It brings us back automatically into our work setup page. If we need to change variety or crop, we can do that there. We have our grower farm field still all set up. We're just using a test one in this instance. And then we just go back through the same steps, and then you can go up here, and then you can pick the other field you want to work on. The parameters will be saved in here. So if you want to change your no GPS or you're out of boundary rate, your look ahead, you can all do that. Otherwise, you can hit OK. We're still on rate 6, which is exactly where we want to be, and we're ready to begin planting our next field.